Welcome back to the show. You are still watching E Central. Now, Nollywood is bigger than it used to be, but are there still struggles slowing down the industry's global domination? Today, we're going to talk about Nollywood's struggle to foster new stars. But please welcome me and joining our guest, Nigerian filmmaker and producer Sunny Okonkwo. Sunny, good to have you on the show. How are you feeling?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Sunny, I want to ask you this because, I feel like the economy is a bit hard for everyone. As a filmmaker, what has that been like recently?
It's a big one. It's been I don't know how to describe it. It's just indescribable how this economy has actually put a toll on so many things, right? Impacted on industry, especially in Nollywood, and basically just trying to force us to cut corners and cut costs and all that. So it's just so much. It has affected us so badly that people are now, it's about surviving now. So everybody's just surviving, whatever makes you survive, and people are now designing their own personal economics, trying to see how to depend less on whatever economy it is or the country or government's policies. Everybody's trying to come up with what they could do to sustain themselves and design their own financial system and try to survive.
Now that we're having this conversation, I'm thinking about money.
Yes.
I've had conversations with filmmakers, and I think one recently talked about how are we trying to get to winning an Oscars, or are we looking forward to just getting money in to make more money? What do you think our Nollywood should be at right now? And what do you think we should be heading towards? Is it about the money or about getting global dominance?
It should be global dominance, basically, because we've tried. Nollywood has been here around for over 30 years now, right? Let's officially.
Yeah.
Okay, and we should be, it's evolving, basically, and we should be at the global stage right now and doing things, which, of course, we are trying to hear, but something is compelling us to stay down and not really get to there's market pressure, there infrastructure issues, there's distribution issues, so we have a lot, and the quality too. So money now is forcing us to do that. There's no budget for certain things, but we are striving.
I like that.
That's how I could say
like
we
that.
are striving.
I like that.
Basically, so
now, would you say that right now in the industry there's a pool of more talent? Would you say the young generation, it seems like there's room for them, because now that things are hard, is it the time that these young ones can easily get in?
Yeah, Nollywood is open for everyone. It's the only industry I have seen that doesn't have any regulation in terms of entry, right? Okay. Anybody could be, once you discover, even right now, before it used to be like, okay, you discover your talent and you pop into it, but you don't have to even discover, you discover your talent while doing it.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay.
So some people just stumble into it and just try, just because the focus was just to make money, but now realize that, there's something. And when you keep doing something over and over, you get it. And so that's why you see social media stars now getting into it, and they're becoming famous. They're becoming making money out of these things. They never, from the beginning, wanted to do that. Some of us went to film school.
I was going to say, yes, in the US, right? How important is that now? Because you're talking about, you can just pick up a phone, the social media to do this. But at what point do you realize that this is a craft and I want to be the best at it? It becomes more than socials.
Yes,
do you think it's necessary for the youngsters to go to school to get the,
Absolutely. You just have to, because there's a difference. It tells, even from the crafting, even when you are practicing. It's an art, it's a craft. There's a huge respect for that craft, right? It takes a whole lot to make sure to get it right. You have to go through a lot of training. Some of us went to film schools, went to academies, went to, do some executive trainings and all that. It's a whole lot. You can't just stumble into filmmaking and act. So when people just go into it just because they were able to come up with something funny on the internet and go viral, and because of market pressure and the market audience that we have, in quote, people sought for those kind of, to see them in movies. But when you watch, there's always a difference. You can tell. This person doesn't have this, because you could tell there are rules to these things, right? There's a way you do that. Someone will say, oh no, what school did you graduate from?
Wow.
Yes. What did that? But there's a way you do that, just this one is just trying all kind of.
You're a filmmaker, let's do a balance, right?
Yeah.
Or balance check.
Yes.
The movies are in cinemas.
Yes.
We're getting big numbers. Funke's films are doing incredible work. And now we're also seeing the rise of these films on YouTube. In fact, Omuni Oboli's film just did smashing numbers.
Yeah.
What do you think Nigerians need more right now? You think?
Okay, so there are two parts, right? This. Like I always tell people, that Nigerian market is a special market. It's a different market for filmmakers. If you study a conventional filmmaking and come to Nigeria, you will not make it. Hey. You will not survive. Nigeria has a different audience. You need to understand the audience and tailor the film according to what they want. Two purposes. One, do you want to do it for the culture, for the art, or you want to do it for the commercials? So those are the two things you ask yourself as a filmmaker. If you want to tell a story that makes sense, that is the act, right? You wouldn't do what we are doing now. What we're doing now in Nigeria is that we're trying to please the commercial side. There's a market that make the money, right? So the commercial side means do something popular. It doesn't matter what story you are telling. It could be singing one line from the beginning to the end of it, right? The bottom line is that there's a lot of people. Just look at that film. It's a good story, right? I understand what even the producer is trying to do, but guess what? There's a line that captured the market, and for all you care, everybody wants to see it. So you have to now find that hooker that will get people on. And first of all, is the commercial sense. Everybody is driven commercially.
Let me ask you this. You know, I like you mentioned commercial side, because I did do a little backstory. You in economics, right?
Yes.
I did read economics as well. I'm thinking, when you look at the industry, right, as an economist, what do you think is going to get us to the next level? You know, because now there's clearly a divide between, are we making for commercial? What would you advise if there was an investor? What are they going for?
So I think making it contributes a whole lot in this economy. It's only I don't know how we are. I don't think we are actually taking notice of how much is contributing. It's a huge industry. The government has not started tapping into it like the way they tap in America and UK, right? It's a huge market. We don't even get the taxing and all that. But for me, I feel what would happen, even as an economist, we analyze that, right? There's a need for structural changes on how it's even structured as an industry. There's a need for training, for mentorship. There's a need for infrastructural development. They need to invest in infrastructure. We don't have the infrastructure here, which is why you see we have a lot of independent producers who just try to do their thing with their small money and just make out something out of it. There's no structure. There's no infrastructure to help us. We don't have, the film academies, although we have the private ones like Rare Arts and Ebony, like those they are just trying to.
They can't do so much.
But they can't do so much. So you see, the direction it is now. If government don't invest, or if investors we don't attract maybe foreign investors to change this structure, invest in infrastructure, invest in training and monitoring. We will just be at this stage, and which is why it seems as though we are not going. We are growing, we are evolving as Nollywood, but have we gotten to where we expect?
I wish we had so much time, Sunny, but this is a great conversation. Nigerian filmmaker, thank you so much, our producer. We appreciate your time on the show. Well, we brought you the biggest stories, and yes, we did have that fire conversation, and we're about to leave you with this one. Celeb Socials, all that your faves are posted on their platform over the past few days. My name is Sam Danny, this is where I say bye-bye. See you tomorrow, same time, 4:30 p.m. This is bye for now.